That's right, Elmo. Play only in safe places away from driveways because people in cars may not see you.
Elmo sees you, Maria. Tag, you're out.
Oh, here I come, Elmo. Remember, driveways are like roads. Always supervise, separate, and see. Learn more at kidsafevic.com.au.
How often should you wash your hands?
Maybe around 9 times a day. 4?
Like 20?
Maybe twice a day.
Whenever they feel dirty.
When should you wash your hands?
After you touch some raw meat.
And before starting to eat.
At the beginning, I wash my hands before preparing food.
How would you rate your knowledge of food safety?
Probably like an 8 out of 10.
6 or 7.
7.5?
Learn more at foodsafety.asn.au/food safety training. Food safety, it's in your hands.
Hey.
Hi.
Yo, what's up? We're here for RAD. Here's a simple word of advice.
Don't drink and drive.
If you plan to drink, plan ahead.
Give up the keys.
Either drink or drive. Don't mess around trying to do both.
When you drink and drive, you're risking the life of yourself and the lives of everybody on the road.
It takes a lot of courage to convince a friend not to drive after they've been drinking, but you might just be saving their life.
So if you plan to drink, plan not to drive.
The average person spends 44 minutes a day thinking about food. At Oz Harvest, thinking about food is a full-time job because we're always looking for new ways to nourish our country and combat food waste and hunger. Every day, we rescue quality surplus food across Australia and deliver it to those who'd otherwise go hungry. And you can help. Every dollar donated to Oz Harvest can provide 2 meals to people in need. Visit ozharvest.org. Thought for food.
Been playing for a while, sweet kicks, 'cause footy makes you smile, sweet kicks football. If you're getting ready for the trials, gotta go the extra mile, sweet kicks football.
Not always hearing that sweet sound when you kick the ball? Need to develop your footwork or explosive speed? Want to take the next step in your footy career? Then you need Sweet Kicks. More info on our Facebook page or go to our website, sweetkicksfootballacademy.com.au.
Gotta go the extra mile, Sweet Kicks football.
Even when everything is going great, the black dog of depression can sneak up on you. You're not alone. 1 in 7 Australians are feeling just like you. But there is hope available. The Black Dog Institute provides information on diagnosis, treatment and prevention of mental illnesses like depression, bipolar disorder and anxiety. If the black dog is hounding you, visit blackdoginstitute.org.au for real help and support. Black Dog Institute, putting health in mind.
Storms are Australia's most costly natural disaster. Getting prepared now is the best way to protect people and to minimise damage to your property. Keep your gutters, downpipes and drains clear and stash any loose items in yards or on balconies. Trim any trees and branches hanging too close to your house and keep your roof in good repair. For emergency help, call the SES on 132 500.
Stroke can happen to anybody at any age. The best way to help someone is to learn the signs of stroke and know how to act fast. F is for face. Has their face drooped? A is for arms. Can they lift both arms? S is for speech. Is their speech slurred? Do they understand you? T is for time. Call 000. Time is critical. If you see any of these symptoms, act fast. Learn the signs of stroke and you could save a life. Go to strokefoundation.org.au/fast to find out more.
G'day, I'm Michael Caton. The Australian Conservation Foundation's Green Home program is all about saving our environment. A low-flow shower head will save 10 litres. No showering at all will save 20. So when any of my active friends are a bit on the nose, I never judge them, but thank them for doing their bit to save water.
For more information, go to www.acfonline.org.au/greenhome and take action for our future generations. That's acfonline.org.au/greenhome.
What do you listen to while you're waiting for the next VFLW game on Wharf Radio? Do you long for the days when radio stations played music that you knew without being constantly bombarded with ads and by announcers who want to make it about themselves and not about the music? Welcome to GoRadio.live. We're here 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, playing the very best music of the past 70 years. You can listen at www.goradio.live, or better still, download the free goradio.live app for your Apple or Android device. GoRadio.live. It's radio as it should be.
It's women's Aussie rules. They're doing what they love. They're fast, they're tough. Don't mess with them because they can get rough. Are you ready for the challenge? Are you ready for the match? It's the call of the game. It's the VFL Women's Match of the Day. It's the VFL Women's Match of the Day.
On WARFradio.com, 89.1 FM at the ground. We've got the close one. It is Carlton and the Southern Saints at halftime. Carlton 3 straight 18. The Southern Saints 2-4-16 as the Southern Saints come back out onto the ground. Just we'll be off air sharp at 11:53 a.m. this morning. A very, very sharp post-game show because we'll be speeding down the Tullamarine Freeway to get to the hangar in Tullamarine to bring you at 12:30 p.m. Essendon versus Port Melbourne. We hope to be there right on the first bounce. We apologise if we are a couple of minutes late. As we said, we will be racing from one ground to another to try and bring you that double header. And the Blues keep it going.
Yes, they can, because they've got the AFLW talent too. Although I would say, considering the AFLW talent that they've had thrown back down into this, I did expect them to be a little bit further in front. It's been a real logjam through the middle of the ground, Katie, hasn't it?
It has, and that's because I think what's sort of happening there is both sides are looking to play out. Both sides are looking to play their way through defence, really, through kicks, handballs, going through out there. But the pressure's turning right back onto them, and both sides are really doing well at forcing the turnover in that sense too. So be interesting to see if Southern Saints sort of adapt that, particularly more in that where they're sort of cut off. A lot of the time they might need to go a bit longer, kick over the press and try to make something that way, but you'll lose a bit of control on that in that sense as well. So it's a bit of a tricky one for them, but yeah, Carlton really doing well. Carlton really, really doing well, and it just got themselves ahead, and they've given themselves a really important platform, I think, for this second half. So they need to get on with it.
To the doc, who do you see that needs to stand up for both sides in this second half for either of the teams to take out the game today?
Well, I was very impressed with Winnie Lang's first quarter. She had the 7 touches, only the 2 in the second quarter. Didn't really get anywhere near the ball. I'd like to see the Saints play through her, because I love the run and dare she has across half back, across the wing. Yep. She's the sort of player that I can see standing up for the Saints, because I think they've got to try and spread the Carlton wall here. Because a couple of times in that second quarter, they tried to. There were a couple of players looking on the switch in their defensive 50, and they ignored them. They tried looking, just down the line. I think if they could try and spread that Carlton wall, try and look for the switch, try and open the ground up through half back, I think they could. That's where they could win this game.
As both sides have just finished their warm-ups, just a quick last word or two before they get into their respective positions. Just a reminder, coming up, hopefully on YouTube at around about 12 o'clock, you've got Geelong and Hawthorn out there at Deakin University at 12:30 p.m. As we said, we'll be on air with Wharf Radio, bringing you Essendon and Port Melbourne on the afl.com.au stream, featuring the full Monty, our very own Julia Montesano, on air at 12:05 to bring you North Melbourne and Collingwood. Certainly looking forward to that one. Just with
Went back in with Corral the football. Was near 45. Ducking out handball, though, was intercepted by Murphy. She stepped away through a little bit of trouble. Kick up towards the top of the square was off the side of a boot. Alexandra Hines has got time. Brooke Walker's in hot pursuit. Ball ended up back with Hines. Good 1-2 play by the Southern Saints. And now they could come through the middle. Amelia Peck, if it sits up for her, she's in. Borg's in there for the Blues. Good tackle late on Peck as soon as she won possession of the football. And we'll have a ball up here inside the centre square. It's the Blues 3 straight 18, leading the Southern Saints 2-4-16.
Here on WARFradio.com, home of women's footy at the ground, delay free on 89.1 FM. One out by Sarah Black on that occasion. Going in there as Nicolau fights for it. Got dispossessed of the football by Stewart. Umpire said play on. Out it came to Neves. Neves worked it out sideways, trying to find Tessa Boyd. Boyd got a bit of space to work with. Does a little bit of dancing work. Puts on the shoes and now lets it go. Inside 50 with a long kick. 35 metres out from goal. The ball fell short. Winnie Lang was lurking around there. So was Jolliffe trying to get in there for the Saints. Ball ricocheted off a player still in the forward pocket. One step kick by the captain of the Southern Saints is away to the left. And will register as a minor score. 2-5-17 for the Southern Saints. Carlton 3 straight 18. Here's some thoughts on the dock.
Yeah, well, that was some sharp play there from the Saints just before, and I'm looking at the Blues, and it looks like Ebony Nixon's got the job on Poppy Sharp here to start this second half, and Annie Lee's another one that I've been looking at quite closely. Not a tough player by any means. I think she's that sort of runner off half back. A couple of times where she's just gone to kick through the middle of the ground. Her kicks have got some penetration.
So the ball ended up with Rosalia. Now it's with Wilson. Geez, that kick on her left boot, skewed off the side of her boot. Really good bump there laid by the Blues midfielder, and now they can go up towards half forward. Murphy with the kick. Maybe the boundary line will beat him. No, it'll be out on the full anyway from Honeybun, and the resulting free kick will be taken by the Southern Saints, and they don't even know it yet.
That was a bit of a weird one from Honeybun.
Running away. Yeah, just the kick forward. I think she's trying to get it forward, and then a little bit of pressure by her Southern Saints opponent there in Ebony Nixon, and she takes the resulting free kick up towards the centre wing. Murphy was there for the Blues, so was Thornycroft. She was tackled as soon as she won the football. Is that holding the ball? Prior opportunity?
Oh,
yes, it is.
He's got to call it.
Yes, it is.
Oh, I don't know about that one.
So, Maddie Capsalis will take the free kick at half forward for the Southern Saints.
Capsalis looking for some options. Who can she find as she goes to the Royal Parade end? Long and high, hands up in the air. Couldn't quite stick there for Georgia Borg of the Blues. Trying to fight her way through there. Hannah Stewart got knocked off the football. Want to get in there and have a crack there as Coward for the Blues. Now they move it out towards Ali Build. Build harassed off the football. Hand passes wild inside 50 as Borg couldn't quite get it. Hurry kick around the corner by DeAndres looking in the Rapari direction. Rapari was at her feet, couldn't pick it up. Now going in there is Brianna Gurr. Gurr goes towards centre half back, finds a target, and the mark is taken, and it will be kicked by Build as she goes for a switch of play. Now getting it on the opposite half back flank is Charlotte Wilson. Wilson, no relation to the volleyball, now goes to Walker. Walker with a footy, comes inboard. It's an awkward ball that went over the head there of Thornycroft, and Thornycroft got it back from the old 1-2, and now puts it out into space. Got a player to work with here in Hammonds. Hammonds goes for a bit of a run. Hammonds takes one bounce. Hammonds outside 50, comes inside 50 with a, I don't know what kick really to describe it. On the ball there for Walker. Walker had it momentarily. Hurried a dash kick out there to Jordan. Jordan gave it off. Now on the angle from 15 metres out. Should be an easy goal, and it is for the Blue Baggers, and we'll put that one down to, I think, is it Thornycroft that got that?
I think it might be, Pete.
And she extends the lead for Carlton to 4 straight 24 to 2-5-17. Here's Katie Lambeski.
Fantastic counter-punch there from Carlton. Really turned the pressure back on from the Saints and got themselves forward. Really, really quality goal there from Carlton. Really establishing a buffer now, and you know, just confirmation there from, I think that was Hammonds who had got herself on the board.
That's correct.
Hammonds,
yeah.
thank you.
Those pink boots.
Yeah.
Those pink boots.
Yeah.
You can't miss them.
I was thinking. I thought it was more reddish. I thought Thornycroft had more reddish hair. So yeah.
Well, that forward 50 entry, she had more time than she actually realised. I think and it was just a very scrappy kick, but it actually came out trumps for Carlton in the end. It was a very good passage of play. They're running in numbers a fair bit, the Blues. So I'm enjoying this.
So from the restart, Klingbeil was wrapped up. Borg, she's done that really well, siphoning the ball out of the contest and getting it forward. And Brazzali with that dash goes inside forward, 50 with the handball. Coming through was Goss. Walker was in there for the Blues, got the handball out the back. Honeybun was in there. Brazzali again, high kick up towards the top of the square. Targets are plenty, but a good mark deep in defence for the Southern Saints. And they'll restart and go again on the last line of defence. Taking the mark was Rapari. She goes long up the line, pecks her target, got in front, couldn't take the mark. Honeybun in there for the Blues, laying a good tackle. Borg with a little handball out. Brazzali's in there for Carlton, paddles it in front of her. Little handball out was okay. Nicolau was wrapped up as soon as she won possession. All this at half forward for the Blues broadcast side. Jolliffe in there laying a big tackle, and the umpire's hovering and calling, holding the ball. Geez, that's stiff.
Geez, the umpire's been red hot on that this morning.
They have indeed. And the free kick will be taken by the Southern Saints captain, Indiana Jolliffe. She hugs the line, and it's just out of reach. And dropping the mark, I think, was Peck over the boundary line and out of play. We'll have it tossed in between half forward and the wing for the Blues. They lead it 4 straight 24 to the Southern Saints, 2-5-17.
Here on WARFradio.com, your home of women's footy, and at the ground on 89.1 FM, delay free. As the ball is thrown back into play, Georgia Borg brought it to ground, cutting the way through there. Nicolau kicked it deep inside 50 towards the forward pocket, punched over the boundary line and out of bounds, 40 metres out from goal by Nixon, going against Build in that contest. And that means we'll reset the play. Just quickly, some around-the-ground scores in the VFLW. Casey 7-4-46 lead Darebin 2-2-14. And Williamstown 5-6-36 lead the Western Bulldogs, no score. As the ball is thrown back into play, doing the ruck work there is Milford for the Blues. Coming away with it, though, is Batuna for the Southern Saints. Kicks it in towards the centre square, but it'll be sent back from whence it came by Gurr. Good football. Giving it off quickly was Walker. Released the runner with a shot on goal as Hammonds, and is away to the right-hand side. First blemish on the scoreboard for Carlton. They move to 4-1-25. The Southern Saints at 2-5-17.
I've got to say this Blues outfit in this third quarter is looking very dangerous. They're getting the overlap hand pass. And I think I look at the ruck contest, and Georgia Borg, it's gonna decide this game. I think like her ruck craft this morning has been first class.
So McLean with the kick out duties. Lawrence was in there for the Blues. She got a kick off the ground. They've got a little bit of time here. The Blues. Honeybun went in there, really clean pick up, but she was wrapped up immediately. 20 metres out from the Carlton goal. Milford laid a big tackle. Ball comes out the back here. They might win out here. The Southern Saints. Big hit there on Capsalis. Brazzali went in there. So did Goss for the Blues, but the Southern Saints win the clearance up towards centre wing. It's a foot race. Getting back there and going back for the Blues was Jordan. Brazzali in there to provide some support. Over the football was Rapari. It's in dispute. Brazzali won the tap out. Coming and getting tackled immediately, though, was Jordan. Wrapped up. And we'll have a ball up. Hot footy here. Smack bang on centre wing here at Ikon Park. It's the Blues 4-1-25. The Southern Saints 2-5-17.
Umpire throws the ball up in the air again. Trying to put it down the throat there of Nicolau, who came running through. She's wearing the long sleevers today. Only one wearing the long sleevers as the ball goes over the boundary line down to bounds. She bumped Batuna over. We'll restart the play. Just where the interchange gates is here at Ikon Park, northern side of the ground. Umpire checks everyone's in position and spins the ball back into play. Just doing the ruck work there. I think Hammond's there for the moment for the Blues. Going in there was Klingbeil. May have been taken high. Umpire said no. We'll ask for the football back as she readjusts her hair. And he'll throw the football up nice and quickly. Sarah Black does the tap work over the back of her head to Rapari. Rapari was being worn by a cheap suit by Murphy. Look out, Bird! Nearly got ran down there by Nixon. Ball spills out towards the centre wing position. Overrunning the ball is Batuna, winning again. Having a crack there. Winnie Lang almost copped it in the back. Lily Goss had the football. Got the kick away towards the half-forward flank. Looking for Poppy Sharp. Sharp one-handed. Lost control of the ball. Went out to Honeybun. Honeybun has got a one-on-one inside 50. Here comes Milford. Milford can't quite control the football. Goes back again. Turns her opponent inside out, but went to ground. Got the hand pass away. It is inches inside the boundary line now. Will go out. 5 metres around from the left-hand point post. Here's the dock.
Yeah, that was Milford's ball to gobble up there. I think the bounce was very, very cruel to her, and it just enabled the Southern Saints defender just to get back in there because she was off to the races if it sat up, Katie.
Absolutely, absolutely. The ball gets back in here.
So from the restart, Klingbeil with a snap around her body. And again, it's a foot race. Sharp should have the speed to track her opponent in Gentile. She does indeed. Puts a huge amount of pressure on. Gentile just won the handball out. Good tackle laid by the Blues. That was Stephanie Lawrence. This in the opposite back pocket, opposite forward pocket to where we began with this stoppage. Little snap around the body from Walker. Ball trickling towards a boundary line. Gentile. A series of handballs. It's going to hit the behind post. And we'll have a throw in around about 5 metres out from the Carlton goal. They still lead at 4-1-25. The Southern Saints 2-5-17. And, well, Doc, Blues really playing this ball inside their forward half, aren't they, this quarter?
Absolutely. I'm looking at the setup here from the Blues. There are about, I can count at least 4 of them that don't have a Southern Saints player on them. And it's just going to, every time the Saints win a clearance, it's going to come back.
As we have the football at the hot spot, 35 metres out from the Carlton goal. Trying to chase after it there momentarily was Honey Bun. Getting to it first is Murphy. Goes with a hurried hand pass. Klingbeil came through for Carlton. Couldn't get it. Honeybun wanted to lay the tackle. Buchan takes it away for the Southern Saints. She kicks towards the half-back flank looking for Rapari. Rapari got 2 to beat. Bounces off them both. Keeps the handball alive. Looking for Winnie Lang. Murphy goes to ground. Murphy gets the hand pass off. Now is Brianna Gurr. Got caught. Went with a hurried hand pass over the back of her head. Wilson tried to pick it up, but the ball got away from her. Here comes the Angeles, who went without the football. Had to go back and get it again. Batuna's hand pass is immediately smothered. Carlton win the football back. Quick with it is Klingbeil. Going in to lay the tackle is Capsalis. It's a train wreck at the moment in the middle of the ground. Capsalis goes again on hands and knees. Manages to get it out to Nixon. Tricky Dicky put it on the left boot and went inside 50. 2-on-2 is the situation. One Carlton defender loses her feet. Getting back there though. It looks like it's Gurr for Carlton. He might call for the 1-2 and does so successfully. Goes down the line towards centre wing. Broadcast side. Waiting for it there. No talk between the Saints players. McLean nearly coughed it up. In goes Batuna again, got knocked away from her. Jumping in there is Buchan. Buchan gets brought to ground and the umpire says, let's take the football back and restart play.
Oh, you got to feel for Gabby DeAngelis there. I mean, the Saints were on there and she's just gone and bounced the ball and left behind.
Kind of the moral of the story so far, Carlton just being able to turn it right back against Southern Saints. Any time they get any sort of momentum, any sort of run, Carlton are quickly there to put that pressure on, snuff it out and get it going back the other way.
So from the restart, the kick forward by Carlton ended up going over the boundary line and the free kick goes the way of the Southern Saints. And they go back up towards the attacking side of the wing, off hands. And we'll have it tossed in around about 75 metres out from the Southern Saints goal. They trail by 8 points at the moment, 2-5-17. The Blues 4-1-25. It'll be Borg in the ruck again. She's been dominant in this game. Around the footy here for the Southern Saints is Jolliffe. She was held without it. Umpire, I don't think, saw it. Winning the football for the Blues, but having a kick smothered was Thornycroft. Little handball back by Goss. Big tackle laid there by Kearns. Umpire called play on. Ball falls its way out towards centre wing. Lawrence met the football. Good little handball inside. Series of handballs for the Blues, and now they're out. Long kick forward there by Brooke Vernon. Up towards centre half forward. Milford dropped what she should have taken. She had time, but she dropped it again. Tried to elude the tackle. She did okay. Got a handball towards Brooke Walker. She was thwarted by her opponent. Kick comes across goal. It's a 1-on-1 here. Goss had it fisted away from her. She's going to go back in to try to win possession of the ball. Got a knee in the back. Umpire said play on. She was tackled as soon as she won the football. Umpire's going to cross himself and ball it up 48 metres out from the Carlton goal. Broadcast side here at Ikon Park. Blues lead at 4-1-25. The Southern Saints 2-5-17. Maybe a push in the back, Pete?
Maybe. As we get the punch away by Thornycroft. The player taken high. No play on. Calls the umpire. In goes Batuna. Hurry little grubber kick along the ground by Capsalis. Picked up in the end by Abby Jordan. Jordan's kick was looking for Poppy Sharp. And the mark taken by the Southern Saints. And getting back there is Nixon. Who'll just say, let's calm things down. So the Saints looking to come out of defence. Jolliffe says just pump it long. And that's what they do. Through several sets of hands, and it'll be seen over the boundary line and out of bounds in the end by Amelia Peck, and that means we'll have a throw-in near our broadcast position here on WARFradio.com. Just quickly around the ground scores in the VFLW. We've got Casey Demons and the Darebin Falcons out there at Latrobe University, And at the moment, it's Casey 7-4-46, Darabin 2-2-14. The Bulldogs have scored a goal. Celebrate! They're one straight 6, their first goal of the year. Williamstown 5-6-36. It's 15 minutes into the third term out there at VU Whitten Oval.
Somebody get a picture of that, Pete.
Frame it, as it's taken away here by Hines of the Saints from centre wing, now coming inboard. Finds Nicky Cormack. Cormack on the right boot. Kicks it towards centre wing and centre half forward. The mark sticks in the end, and that is on the end of it for Tessa Boyd. Boyd goes to a 2-on-2 now, 2-on-3 situation. Numbers with the Blues, but the ball bounced away from a running De Cosmo. Waiting on the outside of it here is Nikki Wallace to try and pick it up. Fight off the hand pass. There was Winnie Lang on the outside of the pack, but she got bumped off the ball. The opportune time. Oh, Rapari, just almost the shortest player on the ground, says, I'll slap that ball down. Don't worry about that. Rapari goes again, bringing down Murphy, and the umpire says it's a throw.
Oh, kicked it away as well. Might be 50.
No, I don't think he's going to pay that.
Oh,
they've been hot on the whistles, but not hot on the 50s.
They were hot on holding the ball, but you got to be hot on that. Come on.
So Kayla Rapari, with the white ribbon in her hair, is got the football beyond her distance at 45 metres out on a tight angle. She's looking for someone to lead to the dead pocket, then has no choice but to go to the hot spot at the top of the goal square. Ball gets punched to ground by Peck, who tries to hurry with a snap, and it will go through for a minor score. 2-6-18, the Southern Saints. Carlton 4-1-25. You're on WharfRadio.com. And here's Katie Lembeski.
Continues to be a fascinating contest. There's Carlton still just continuing to edge out Southern Saints, particularly when they go forward or when they particularly try to manage, get themselves forward. Carlton just have that control, they just have that composure about them as well. Really positive signs for them to finish this out.
So Wilson, with the short, low darting kick, is okay. She finds Nicolau making her debut for the Blues today. Kick towards this broadcast side is over the head of Rosali. And the resulting free kick will go the way of the Southern Saints now. That last kick out of bounds rule coming into play. Winnie Lang, she goes immediately up towards half forward. A couple of targets there. Ball fell out the back, though. Annie Lee there for the Blues. Thornycroft for the Blues as well. She's wrapped up as soon as she wins the football. Amelia Peck in there, and will have it tossed up around about 50 metres out from the Southern Saint goal. They trail 2-6-18 to the Blues 4-1-25 from the restart. The tap one forward by Black. Snap up towards the top of the square by Hannah Stewart. Might get out the back. Annie Lee there for the Blues. Thornycroft in there as well. Again, wrapped up as soon as she wins possession. It's around about 20 to 25 metres out from the Southern Saint goal. Ball worked its way out of that stoppage there. Plenty of plays around this one. Ball still in dispute. Jolliffe hovering around the contest for the Southern Saints, and the umpire finally crosses himself and says, I'll ball it up. 25 to 30 metres out from the Southern Saint goal. They trail 2-6-18 to the Blues 4-1-25. Peck to go up in the ruck against Borg. Peck won the tap down. Jolliffe trying to shark her way through the pack. Little snap towards goal. He's going to go out of bounds on the full, and the resulting free kick will be taken by the Blues. It looks like it'll be Annie Lee on the end of it.
So Annie Lee right up against that right-hand point post at the Royal Parade end of the ground. Her side up by 7 points. Don't forget at 5:10 p.m. today at Ikon Park. It is the AFLW, Carlton and St Kilda. That game will be live on Fox Footy and on ABC Radio. In fact, Amelia Klingbill has been told to take the kick back into play as the siren sounds to indicate three-quarter time here at Ikon Park. And the Blues, 4-1-25, lead the Southern Saints 2-6-18. They have extended the margin, Katie Lembeski, by 5 points.
Goalless quarter there from the Saints, and a fantastic performance by Carlton, I think, in that quarter. Anytime the Saints just got forward, they weren't able to manufacture any sort of movement. Particularly there, it was just flat. There was nothing really happening. Carlton were just able to absorb, which played right into their hands, really. I think, fantastic from Carlton. I think you can't praise them more than that. They've just been really, their pressure game has worked wonders. They've been able to convert their chances when they've come. So sets up still a massive last quarter. Saints aren't out of this, but they're going to need to find something.
It is a very fascinating contest, and here's why. Because you look at the scoreboard, you look at the stats, 2-6-18, they've had 8 scoring shots, and they've had 19 inside 50s, and just 5 less than Carlton. But you look at what's happening on the ground here, and Carlton, across general play, not just around stoppages, but around general play, they're getting more numbers to the ball. And it just feels like that the game is on Carlton's terms, but the door's still open for the Saints to do something.